I'm a little bit disappointed with Aston Villa because they had a really good first half. I feel like they executed their game plan really well, but they looked so fatigued after about 55 minutes. I thought there'd be wholesale changes, but I think it's a really professional performance from Man City, and when they did get chances in the second half, they were clinical. Bunny Shaw and also Jess Park.
I think that's the thing with Ebony Salmon right there, Farah. It's one of those things that you try to forget it as a footballer, but the whole journey home in the next couple of days, it's the what if.
Yeah, she'll be on that bus back to Villa, and we'll definitely be thinking about that. I know many a times, and I'm sure Ellen yourself in front of goal, when we've missed those big chances, those moments really cost you, and it has done for Villa today. They were magnificent in the first 45 minutes. You know, they kept Manchester City at bay. I thought they defended really well. They created a couple of chances in transition. The big run through Ebony Salmon wasn't able to execute, and the second half, you know, gifted Manchester City a goal and an opportunity through Bunny Shaw, and it's game, set and match.
I think that's been the story of Aston Villa's season. They've conceded a lot of goals. They just haven't scored enough. They haven't had the composure. I think their top goal scorers in the WSL have 2 goals each, and that's not enough. They need to be more clinical. They need to be able to create chances.
Ellen, do you think it was the right thing, though, as we're seeing right now, Rachel Daly, an experienced player, Jordan Nobbs, so experienced, Farah, to be sat on the bench today?
I actually think it worked for Aston Villa in the first half, so arguably yes. I think it was the right decision to have them on the bench. I didn't feel either of them that come on. I don't think Jordan Nobbs was given enough time when she came on. 10 minutes for a holding midfielder or a box-to-box midfielder isn't probably enough. Rach Daly had enough time, and I didn't think she impacted the game as well as we've seen her in, you know, certainly in recent seasons. And she hasn't shown, Alex, this season the type of form we've been used to in recent seasons in the WSL. So that's probably why she sees herself on the bench. She was top goal scorer only 2 seasons ago, joint top goal scorer with Bunny Shaw. 2 seasons on from that, she's only scored 2 WSL goals. So yeah, she's lacking that confidence in front of goal, and didn't make an impression when she came on, in my opinion.
Look, let's talk about Manchester City. Through to the next round, Ellen, getting the job done. But we spoke at half-time, playing the Manchester City way, and, you know, we analysed it at half-time, but it was like maybe being patient. And once again, Gareth Taylor will be saying to his players, see, this is why we play the Manchester City way.
Yeah, and I think they were very patient. I think at times they did play into Aston Villa's hand in that first half, with them going wide and then putting balls into the box and not being able to get on the end of it. But I think ultimately their quality shone through, their intensity, the way they moved the ball a little bit more, the way they made more runs in behind, where they were moving a little bit more, and then ultimately they were more clinical. And I think overall, I think they'll be very happy to be through to the semi-finals.
Well, one player that we've been speaking about the last couple of seasons, because she is clinical, and she showed it once again today, Farah.
Yeah, and her goal was a little bit what we was trying to talk about at half-time, in terms of the medium was just going to hit it.
A little bit more central for that goal as well,
yeah.
And just that link-up play. So a beautiful goal from them.
Well, it's their 7th goal this season. We heard from her before the game, and we're going to cross over to Betty now and hear from Jess Park once again.
Betty Glover with Jess Park. Jess, congratulations on the score sheet again. How was that for you?
Yeah, you know, it was fantastic. I think we executed the game plan really well. You know, it was frustrating at times when things aren't coming off, but we were patient and we worked the game and we got the goals in the end.
It felt like in that second half things really changed. You were really starting to take your chances, and I feel like you're always in the right place at the right second half. And you said when I spoke to you pre-match, it's all about playing the Manchester City way. Do you guys feel like you really executed that today?
Yeah, definitely. I think we really stuck to the game plan and we stuck to what we did, and we found the goals in the end.
And you've got a lot of games coming up against Chelsea now. Is this win going to give you confidence going into them?
Yeah, definitely. You know, we can take it, into a semi-final, which is a big thing, so we can take it into the next games and, full focus on them now.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, a smiling Jess Park. And Bunny Shaw, a goal scorer, joining us now. Congratulations, through to the next round, Bunny. You've played in a cup final before, but what would it mean for you this time to be lifting that trophy at Wembley?
Yeah, definitely. Like you've mentioned, I've been in a cup final and I know what it feels like to win it, but I think we deserve to be in this position. We've worked really hard and we've been trying our best to be consistent, and over the last couple of years we fell short, so to be in this position now we just need to crack on.
Well, Bunny, I mean, look, I wrote down some stats as I knew you were coming over. 12th FA Cup career goal, 19th goal this season, 5 goals in your last 5. Your record, well, Manchester City's record top goal scorer, scoring goals, and today, instead of scoring, the assist.
Yeah, really good. I mean, obviously I've been quite unlucky the last couple of seasons. I had a really good start here at City, got injured again, but hopefully, touch wood, we're back for real right now. I feel really good. I think I took my time this time, I've done it right, and yeah, hopefully I can play a big part in the rest of the season.
Viv, how have you found adapting to the Manchester City way?
I think I get a bit more freedom than the other players, which is really, really nice. And obviously it comes from both sides. Like, I need to adapt at certain points, and I think sometimes me giving something else than the other girls can be really helpful. But I really enjoy it. It's obviously football-based, ball-based. And at times, I think even today, you can see that it really flows. Obviously, sometimes a 9, sometimes a 10. Against Liverpool, a 6. Yeah, it's adapting for me all the time. It's exciting.
We spoke to Bunny and talking about building a relationship together. Obviously, she said that, you know, she's been on the pitch, you've been on the pitch, you haven't quite been able to build that connection. Is it quite nice?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we've both been quite unlucky at the times that we have been injured, but I think the last couple of games you can see that it starts working. I mean, we all know Bunny's qualities, we all know mine. I think we're pretty much opposites, which is really good at times. And I think once we actually find that connection, hopefully we're going to be a deadly deal.
Viv, looking ahead to those next 4 games against the same opponent, Chelsea, how do you focus as a team? How do you approach that?
Really easy, but maybe silly answer, like game by game. I think I've never actually played the same team 4 times in a row in my career, so it's definitely going to be interesting. We respect them, but we also know what our qualities are, and our focus right now is going to be on the Conti Cup final, and then we'll take it game by game.
You just mentioned there, Chelsea do adapt, and they've got many 11s that they can play. We've heard a lot. We heard Jess Park before. We just heard your manager, Gareth Taylor, talk about the Manchester City way. So for Chelsea, it's probably in terms of how they set up against you, it's a bit predictable. But for yourself, setting up against them, do you focus on Manchester City, or do you also focus on Chelsea?
Focus mostly on ourselves. I think even with Sonia coming in, not much has changed for Chelsea, the way they play. I think they at times are a bit more, there's a bit more fluidity to their game. But their players, their playing style is very similar every single game. Yeah, it's going to be extremely tough.
Well, we're looking forward to watching that one next week. Viv, thank you for joining us. We'll let you go and do your cool down.
Thank you for having me. No cool down needed.
Okay, let's get back over to Betty, who's with the Aston Villa manager.
Natalia, thanks for speaking to us. I imagine you must be feeling quite disappointed with that result.
Yeah, because we came here dreaming to be in the semi-final, to stay alive. We did a good game, but not as good as you need to beat this kind of big teams. We need to score, we need to concede less, and we need to win games. But the way is close to the image that we showed today.
Just a quick one from you two, because you're going to be with me next week for the League Cup final. Manchester City, not lifted a trophy in 3 years. Can they do it next week?
I think they've got the quality in the squad to do it, but I think this Chelsea team and the form they're in, the consistency they're showing, I think it'd be really difficult.
So a yes or a no?
They can, but they won't.
I don't think they will. Just they haven't got the depth, I don't think, on the bench.
OK, we're going to hold you that till next week. A double dose of women's football next week. We're going to be live at Anfield on Friday night as Liverpool take on Manchester United. And then you can catch the first cup final of the season, 11:45 BBC One. We'll see you there.